Hey there, y'all. This will be the last video I make for a little bit. That's like this. Oh no. Maybe. It's gonna keep lagging like this. This is gonna be awful. Alright, let's consider the curve r equals f of theta, where 5 sine theta on the interval from 0 to pi. So it's gonna be a circle, right? So, what is the maximum distance away from the pole, and where does it occur? So now, when I look at this number out in front is usually going to give me my max, right? So 5 is going to be my max. 5 is my max. Now, where does that occur? Now, be careful. Now we're dealing with radians, right? So think about this. Where is sine 1? Where does sine theta equal 1? Because remember, 1's the biggest sine can get. Well, my unit circle, sine is 1 at pi over 2. Okay? So my max is 5, and it's when sine is 1, which is at pi over 2. So now for what values of theta is f of theta equals 0? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my equation equal to 0 equals 5 sine of theta. Okay? So now I'm going to ask myself, divide by 5, where is sine 0? Well, on my unit circle, sine is 0 at 0 and pi, right? Because sine's my y. So when theta equals 0 and pi. So now some of this stuff I don't even need that curve. Oh man, I hope this works better someday. Now describe the behavior of theta as it approaches the maximum from the left and the right. Alright, so as theta approaches pi over 2 from the right, it is increasing. So as theta, oh my gosh, approaches pi over 2. Remember, pi over 2 is that y-axis too on this one. From the right. Hold on. I don't know why this is doing this today. Alright, this is going to be a garbage video. Shoo, as I approach pi over 2 from the right, on that right-hand side, it's increasing, right? As you approach from the left, it's also increasing. I'm sorry, I meant it starts decreasing. So you go up, and then you're going to start coming down, okay, if you're going from right to left. But now if I started and went left, it's increasing. So which direction you're going matters. Okay? Now, will there ever be a time on this one where r is negative from 0 to pi? No, they're all positive. They're all positive on this one. Okay? I'll show you one where there's some negatives. Alright. So now this chart, hold on, I might be able to do something crazy. Nope. Anyway. So, for all these r's positive, now from 0 to pi over 2, it's increasing, going up. And then from pi over 2 to pi, it's going down. So it's decreasing. Go up, go down. Jiminy crickets. So I'm going to get rid of this. So it goes down. Okay? Increasing, decreasing. Distance away from r increasing, distance to are decreasing. All right? Okay. Okay. Oh, I want to graph this one. But my computer's not working well. That's fine. I haven't seen a lot of these. All right, you guys get to graph it. So the first thing I would do with this one is put up a curtain. And I would graph this equation first. Now, when you graph this, you know it's going to have 3 pels because 3 is odd. And I know that the radius, or the distance of it, is 4. Now, when I graph it like this, okay, I'm going to take 2 pi and divide it by 3, and each jump is going to be 2 pi over 3, right? Because they're going to be equally spaced. So 0 to 2 pi over 3 to 4 pi over 3. Now, they named it pi over 3 negative 4. Can you do that as well? Of course you can, you goofy gussets. So again, it's a rose curve with 3 petals. We sketched it. Symmetry, because it's cosine, is the polar axis. What's going to be my maximum value for R? It's 4 because of my amplitude. Now, when does the max occur? 0, pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, and pi. Now, why am I using the pi over 3 and the negative 4 here as opposed to doing coughing? They restricted our domain to 0 to pi. So now this graph still exists on 0 to pi, right? It's just that pi over 3 is right here. And if I go negative, that's the same thing as 4 pi over 3 positive 4. Okay? You could also do this by saying, when does cosine equal 1/3? And you look at it, but we have our 0, 2 pi over 3, pi over 3, and then pi again because it'll repeat. And that's part of it. If 0 is part of it, pi is part of it. Okay. Now, when does theta, or what values of theta does fx equal 0? Well, you just set your equation equal to 0. When is cosine 0? Well, cosine 0 at pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2, 7 pi over 2. But now I have to get rid of some of those. Oopsie. I'm sorry. I found when cosine 0, and now I'm going to divide them by 3. Because it's 3 theta equals that. And then I get rid of any that are... So where'd the 7 pi over 2 go, Mr. Twilliger? Well, that becomes 7 pi over 6. And 7 pi over 6 is bigger than pi. And that's not part of the domain we restricted, so we get rid of it. Okay? That'll give us a start. I hope you learned something. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great life. Au revoir. Oh, geez.